Kasia, ya de bremu no sia bremu ni ato din se prime time. Ne bre na so se ye beken kan de so modon hweba ko ne ye ne mo betena. Ensemo a yaboaboa no no edoso ye nhwe de ebedi akotene ne bi. Omampani John Dramani Mahama na banan akosomo babia Greco substation ejato hono na wode nsempi na atudwa. Edom kese ye wo Ghana mrahye bedwafie se wanuma hunu se sikasam ho nhyehyeye a Bank of Ghana de gu akwan mu ntiedu baabi eka baaye nanso eka ebaaye no oman no anyamfaso afiri so. Ena Ghana Education Service for say akyerɛkyerɛ for na no bia nkwada etron sohwe won mo bo ma nnuamu ekɔ so no waba ne won nyina kyerɛ sɛ wabra won sɛ exam centers won si ho. Dia yabobosoi NP ena enwumrei ye bekenkan ede asomo kase nyina so yaboaboa no ede akogu www.fachaonline.com kase ebesan etwa de ho ewo Facebook eye Facha TV, YouTube eye Facha TV GH enti baabia wo be join ye no ya no like program no na fe wa share ama wonua bi ahwe bi. Apesimakafuo ya enwumrei yesi kase hu nkonwa eyeme AFIA chum wa ketwe mene
Obrempong akwasi jaboa
ya besre na wo de obre afam yen ebrei mu ne de kase ni nkyeremu abro. Yensha kase no ase emfri akosomo ena no rehosam ya eto omai Ghana ni nyina ne se gridco adwumayfo won mo substation ye wakosomo ejato mu ma won mo niam hwere dwrobe ma enunti omai Ghana ehwere enyinamo enkanea 1000 megawatts efri sabra no de enkanea preso a na ekoso ewo memu na gridco adwumayfo no ene wo mo engineers gusu gidigidi pa ya won mo ye adwuma se de be ya wo besan asiesie won mo atena ye hobiem na wafra se asom Ghana tememofo sompa na mpani se odehye anko a akwa adwane timampani John Dramani Mahama se won timintina se won kran na won hye emma engineers enkogu akosomo gridco substation ho nya adwuma gidigidi wa bra won mo anan ko no won ko hye won mu nkrane enti na mampani John Dramani Mahama akopie akosomo ne bra wo ko ye no se no kwasem de esi na no no ya rehusam kase pa mo my Ghana ahwere de ye no ntitimemufo ada sumu a eha no na ni kwan se eba na nso otorenchem de eba obia entimi enso anom na mom de asie no ebebo kwan amampanimfo ahyase na wonmo asiesie gridco for substation no na wonmo ye no abefo kwan so free se we ye kanetete de a wonmo ye ewo hwa na wonmo eguso a ede eye adwuma enti atorancham na bade a na ebebo kwan foforo ato ho ama wonmo ye ensiesie abefo kwan so ya esefata afei mampani ebo wonmo a wo bo adwumaden ye engineers no abaso se efri na anu a asem ni si ye no wo mo na ye anopa wi anwumra na dwo no de so mu nyina won mu guso ebo homoden se de be ya wo besan ede anyinam ahoden ya no de som o my Ghana fo no asom won biem enti oba ya wo be hwa adwuma won mo eye no obebo won mo abaso ani nsi ya wo de agina won na so efri na anu no.
Yeah, thank you very much. We heard about the sad event, the fire outbreak in your control room, and of course Ghanaians have felt the impact of what happened. You worked hard, but it's not surprising because VRA has been one of the best organized state-owned enterprises. So I'm not surprised that you have the kind of quality of human resource to be able to ameliorate what happened. And so when I heard that, our engineers say they're going to find a way of bringing it back on, I wasn't surprised because I know VRA has some of the best personnel you can ever get anywhere in the world. So I want to thank you for the sacrifice. This is an act of God. I mean, who would have expected that the control room would develop this kind of fire? But of course, I hear it's been there since 1964. So they say in adversity is opportunity. Because now that this adversity has happened, it makes it, gives us an opportunity to replace with it a more modern control room that will serve this Akosombo plant and let it work for more generations yet unborn. And so I told the minister I was coming here to see for myself the work you had done. He's briefed me. You have 4 of the turbines back on, and he says that you're working another miracle and that I'll get good news soon with the remaining 2 turbines also coming back on. So I want to thank you very much for what you've done, and we encourage you to continue to work. VRA will continue to be one of the foremost.
Company John Dramani Mahama Ekono. Now was so far was share Ojahodinier so John Abdullah Jinapo Ekaneho. One on so many hour the 2 dra any same penny 4 beto to near mana one must see control center for Frokra. Ediama Grid Kufo. Now one must see the same year what the Abel Fidi Ebegum said the Beya Dachia to Renchem B. Ebeba no one more able to me a hun in 10 time now de afa no. Na enko free one more rat said the nano a ye ama o my Ghana ako ahunhie here mu John Abdullah Jinapo.
Then we just build an ultra-modern state-of-the-art control center with all the modern equipment and compartmentalize it. So that if there's a fire incident at one section, automatically the others are shut and it's contained in that section. And so we are working with them with this AI and integrating in the command center in Accra so that all of us will have real-time of what is happening. As unfortunate as this incident is, it's not just of lessons, Mr. President. The first is the myth that without Akosombo, you cannot generate power. Always believe that Akosombo serves as the base load, and without Akosombo, you can't even generate power. What this has taught us is that we can generate power with or without Akosombo. So for us, that is very, very important. Another one.
Yentwa so ewo o my Ghana yensika semu nene wo mrasebe fie no edom kuma edom dodo ya wonu mu honom wo de ensentrefo edi nkomo na won komodie mu no wo kire se ewom se Bank of Ghana man yensika krabra batan no wonum aboka na eka wabo no ne duro be se 16.7 billion Ghana cedis ni nyina eye ekwampaya na wonum efa so aboa ama Ghana economy etimi agina brani said ebeya o my Ghana ene yensi di na ahoden ebetumi akosoa ayedin said ebeya ene dollars no enso betumi edi akon na aboa ama Ghana yensika no agina ne naso eno nti ewom se Bank of Ghana wonum aboka na mum emfasobum ene diaba ediama o my Ghana yenya so emfaso enye se sika bia na kabia na yabo ya yenya so emfaso eno nti yankosoa ne yenya gidie wo Bank of Ghana mu said the beya ombetimi akosoa ma Ghana economy no so etimi agina ne nanso panimpa ya wono ekasa ye eyemrahebedwani ya wono anewo sagarigu abato empesiaso na wono akro ya opiemu ewo mrahebedwafia committee ya wonum hwe o my Ghana yensika semso oye member ensema wode etuja honorable Ata Isa say enokan ensemfaye.
For the family paying school fees, electricity and hospital costs, the stability is real. What lower inflation made possible? What made the lower inflation possible? The cost of 16.7 billion cost was incurred in 2025 through the Bank of Ghana open market operation, interest paid to absorb excess liquidity in the market. This led to inflation falling from 54.1% in 2022 to 3.2% in March this year. The monetary policy rate of government that forms the basis of the Ghana reference rate and the interbank rate fell from about 30%, that made cost of doing business so expensive, to about 14%. Lending rate has also fallen from about 35.6% in 2022 to 19.2% as at the end of 2025. Private capital demands, the real credit growth available to the private sector also grew by 0.2%, and it has increased also to about 15.3% by February 2026. Government cost collapse in terms of the 91 Treasury bill rate, moving from about 35.2% in 2022 to 9% as at February 2026. And then long-term planning returns through the fixed contracts and the 3-year investment hiring plans became viable, and that's why you see a lot of development going on in the Bank of Ghana. And then confidence also surges. Consumer confidence has also increased from 79.2 percentage points to 111.7 percentage points as of January 2026. The stabilization of the cedi that we saw, which lost its value of 90% in 2024, for the first time in many years gained its trend of 41% in 2025 and named the strongest currency of any emerging market in the world in 2025. The international reserve grew from 9.1 billion as at the end of 2024 to 13.8 billion as at the end of 2025, and now stood at 14.5 billion as at February 2026, the highest reserve Ghana has ever recorded in history. Policy rate has also seen a cut from 27% at the end of 2024 to 14% as at March 2026. The average lending rates have followed it down from 30.2% to 17.7%. That means cheaper loans for small business owners trying to expand, and farmer buying inputs, and trader who borrows to stock his shop, and the young couple buying for their first time. These are the costs or the benefit as a result of the cost done by the Bank of Ghana. Consider where we would have been today had this not work been done. If you wanted to reduce
Edom kesiye ekoswa de nsembi etuja no wachirese. Say Bank of Ghana wonum dwumadie ya watu din gold purchasing program. Na se wonum etuto sika ko no aboa ama Ghana yenya so emfaso pa ama Ghana ye economy no etimi agina brane ewom se wasa dwumadie ni mu no Bank of Ghana etimi enya sika bese $11 billion ena ewomu. Nanso uhwemu a bese 9 billion Ghana cedis so eye car efirimu aba. Nanso ne nyina akiri no ekirese Bank of Ghana wonum dwumadie ya wodi wo honom no aboa ama oman Ghana the economy no etimi agina ne nan so.
Secondly, the cost of building reserves through the gold purchase program. The accounting cost of the gold purchase program stood at 5.7 billion Ghana cedis in 2024 to 9 billion Ghana cedis in 2025. The program accumulated approximately 111 tons of gold in 2025, up from less than a ton in 2021. The gold itself has not been lost. The reserves are real. Let me now take you into the details of the gold purchase program and its impact over the years. In 2022, the total number of volumes that the Bank of Ghana acquired was 3.4 tons of gold, with a value of $194 million, and the cost of achieving that was 74 million Ghana cedis. In 2023, we achieved 37.02 tons of gold at a cost of $1,554 million United States dollars, and we spent 1,372 million Ghana cedis. In 2024, we achieved 54.47 tons of gold, and we spent 4 billion United States dollars and spent 5 billion in terms of cost to achieving that. In 2025, we moved the purchases from 54.7 tons to 111 tons. So it generated cumulatively 11 billion United States dollars, and we only spent 9 billion Ghana cedis achieving that. Thirdly, the accounting effect of a stronger cedi. In fact, to every side of a situation, there are positives and negatives. Ghanaians are enjoying relative stability of our currency, yet it is making our cedi value of all our foreign bonds much cheaper, and we lose value. The accounting effect of a strong cedi: when the cedi strengthens, the cedi value of the dollar, gold, and other foreign reserves of the bank goes down on the books of Bank of Ghana. And let me take an example to show. If you are holding
Yemfree Nana Kwaku Bofa Yensem Training Watonkra Efree Ghana Mrashebeja Fiebraye na Mani Boy so na yenko ensemfo from Child Rights International eye ekuo ya wonmo ewo my Ghana no wo won krabata ewo ewiase amansam a wonmo ekasa ede ema emofra fa hodie wonmo dan wadi se ayakayaka de ne ya ade bebre bone ya eni kwanse mpanimfo yetia emofra dodo no na wonmo guso eye etia enkwada na asemofra na nso so wonmo etena sekeka ne mesi ani na wonmo de bone dodo nyina to nsani ani ade ofra ni defilement se panimu bi afefi akwada na se wotintima fa no wa bra akwada ne ma ho kwan no eno edoso eche bone ahodo nyina Child Rights International for essay one mama ne efri afi 2025 ehwamu ebesi afi 2026 na wonmo nante manta makumako edumu ena wonmo bowra enkroto ha ediokromiensa 193 communities na wonmo eni nipa bebre na twetwe nkomo cases ahodo ya edaho efa nkwada woye wonmo yakayaka de ni nyina ya ha nwotwe ediokronkron 899 na sa cases dodo no ena defilement se wotintima fa akwada anasa wo fefe no eno kwa jina wa hamu nchemu aduonum nkonom actually pon 59.4%. eno dan chan se obi chi akwada na wo bro no anasa woto ahya ne so aye no ayakayaka de eno nso so jina wa hamu nchemu edu nwotwe actually po aduokono baako 18.91%. ena afe asọtụ kro ya no so obi kro atimi buru akwada no aworo ne ho wo bedwam no ogusu buru no eno ye indecent assault eno so ejina 7.68%. na kwantrafo pani a woda Child Rights International no ye Bright Apia say ya na beko no dia enya dia ebeboa arehosema ewo mu ene se ebusua dodo no a waye won mo ma yakayaka dia wo patent no asem no so timi twintwa ne na asia wasemnia bia ebre ekwa ni mu no so na atentene ne ye justice a won mo penebo eye den enti obi hwa so obekọ court da bia obetua lawyer ni ka na asem no wajai ekiredie justice no so ehia ma nkwada waye won mo saa enti obesere se betumi a won hyada mpe court surunku bi ya nsem a etise no won betena so edi ne ntem so ama atentene ne ada ne ho edi.
So one of the key findings that we detected in this research is that we have identified about 23 different offenses that are commonly committed against children. We will go into details of that, but there are 23 offenses that are commonly committed against children in this country. And within that offenses, we realized that the defilement counted for the largest proportion of recorded cases, making it the most prevalent offense against children in Ghana. And that is so dangerous for us because it means that those who commit offense against children do so below the age of 16 years. And you can imagine the kind of thing that they go to. So if you look at the offenses, it is in order of prevalence. So you look at defilement, assault, indecent assault, abduction, emotional abuse, rape. Even rape was, I thought rape would be among the first three, but it wasn't the case. Causing harm, and then you look at the last three is sexual harassment, and then child trafficking and torture. So clearly, these are things that children go through every day. So when you list all those things, it come up to the 23 offenses that I mentioned earlier. Then we come to look at the top three, how the top three vulnerable areas of this country. So if you pick Greater Accra, for instance, most of these offenses are around Jamestown, or let me say the coastal areas of this country, ranging from Pram all the way to Takrade, you know, you pick the coastal areas, you realize that these are people who seriously commit offense against children. And then also we realize that most of it are also committed around the Zongo areas. And we've classified those places as vulnerable areas that people easily commit offense. So for instance, if you look at between 5 to 10 kilometers, it's expected that the family will spend about 240 to 600 Ghana cedis to be able to attend court sitting. Then the medical examination, we just strike the average in between 100 and 200, but some charge 500. For example, when you go to Greater Accra, they charge more than this amount that we have mentioned, but we are looking at this in context of the rural communities. Then we look at the forensic reports that they need to obtain to be able to get justice. They will spend between 150 to 300 Ghana cedis. Then the incidentals, they will go to court and something will happen. They have to buy water, they have to do that, they have to do this. We also estimated that between 160 to 480 Ghana cedis. Then we decided to look at the laws, because most of them are also involved in petty trading. So if they decide that they want to send their cases to court, then it means that that particular day that they will go to court, they will lose income because they do petty trading. So that one we realize that between each family will lose, or each case, the family will lose 400 to 960 Ghana cedis per court sitting, which means that if the case travels more than a year, and probably every month there's a
and CP Yabuamania say EMP engineers and planners wonum ena abino akachire na wadani takwada mines no ede ama wonum se de be ya skako ya apie wo honum no obetimi atuo na my Ghana yenya so mfaso na yenyina yenim se EMP wonum aye Ghana ni de hye ede enoti djumadie ya wodi nyina wabehwe se emfaso a ebefiri mu aba no Ghana nkasa ebetumi enya bie na eno ena wonum adwuma wakoye wo honum no sika akwa hodo a wonum atuo nyina ene edi kan no wonum atabiri ni nyina de akopie mu ewo gold board ene Bank of Ghana wonum akachi akoton ede ama won be omo say 100% ni nyina ena wonum de akro akoton ede ama wonum na no na panimpa ya wono ene da gold board wano honorable Sami Jemfi ene woni encentrofo kasa no order na di se we eye anikasem na esanso eye anigisem se Ghana akane no en companies ahodo a ye de sa mines ehhye won sa nyina se wokọ na gold ya wonum ebetuo no ubon se wode ne nyina ekọ amanone na wakoton kakra bi ena ode bre Bank of Ghana ene gold board ema wonum etimito eno nti we kire se EMP planners wonum djumadie ya wodi no Ghana benya so mfaso na aboa ma Ghana yen economy no etimi agina ne naso pa ebra Sami Jemfi edi nkomo no ensem bi sei ena ode tuja.
The large scale mining companies in the country only sold just about 10% of their output, just about 10 tons of the almost 100 metric tons of gold they produced in 2025. If you add the physical gold stocks they sold to the country through the Bank of Ghana to the foreign exchange they repatriated back, you will not get more than 20%. So even though large-scale gold output for 2025 was almost $10 billion, in terms of real returns, FX repatriation, we got less than 20%. Why is that so? That is so because most of the large-scale mining companies we have are multinationals. And the agreements they've signed with the Republic allows them to retain, in some cases, 100% of the proceeds of their gold sales outside Ghana. In some cases, 80% retention, 90% retention. So what comes back into the economy is very little. But today we are seeing a change, the beginning of the change of that narrative. Not too long ago, we had Ghanaians, our own Mr. Ibrahim Ahama and his engineers and planners company take over the Damai mine, what is today known as the Damai Gold Mine. And we are happy to inform you that their first output, which is about 3,000 ounces, a company has decided to sell 100% of that output to the Republic of Ghana through the gold board. So they are not giving us 10%, they are not giving us 20%, they are not giving us 50%, they are giving us everything. And this is what you get when you have your own citizens, your own people in the commanding heights over the exploitation of your natural resources. They have brought this gold to us, we'll be assaying it, we'll be valuing it, and we will be buying it for and on behalf of the states and transferring it to the Central Bank of Ghana, who will be reimbursing us. And so this gold will end up in our gold holdings at the Bank of England or at Citibank, where our foreign reserves are held. This is going into the foreign reserves of Ghana, and what that means is that it's going to contribute to the economic stability we are already enjoying. It is going to contribute to the strong cedi we all want. It is going to contribute to the strong economic buffers we require as a country. So we want to, on behalf of government, on behalf of the Ghana Gold Board and the Bank of Ghana, their rep will be here with us very soon. We want to thank Mr. Ibrahim Mahama and the Damai Gold Mine for setting this very, very important example. It's been a struggle, it's been a battle, convincing.
Owura Samijemfi, CEO Edema Ghana Gold Board. Na wakasa ya ena Mr. Bobby Banson. Wano ena waye lawyer panyini Edema Damai Gold Mine no. Na no wadi tu just say sadie akoswe wono mbekoswa aye na wakoswa etufo se companies ahodo a wono mo my Ghana mu na wotufo magudie wonhwe se obesua sadie wono aye yi se de beya o my Ghana bekoswa enya somfaso na boama Ghana nyina ne munipa enya efo magudie ahodo a yetunu wa asasim wo Ghana hanom no enya so emfaso.
Every person who has made it here. This, like you said, is a historic moment. We wished we had done this in 2024 when we first made the approach to acquire the mine, but we all know what happened. But it's never too late. This is the beginning of what we hope will be an example to other miners in this country, that this Ghana that we want to build, we can build it in our own small way by contributing to the stability of the economy, building our reserves. And we thank every person that has contributed to seeing this. We have shown that a Ghanaian can do it and do it better and do it for the benefit of the Ghanaian economy. This gold was not taken to anybody's house. It's been handed over to Ghana government through the gold board, and the benefit will be for all Ghanaians to experience in the near future, not far from now. Thank you very much, and we can assure you of our continuous supply as long as the prices are competitive like this. So that
Paul Blebo ono ene ye head of gold management our Bank of Ghana no dey to just say oh eye ni so sem na nani age wonom so age ekohwe se ombetumi anya baabi pa no de saska akoyi akosie na aboa dachi bi Ghana yensika sem amanagina brane obekoso atufo se yenkoso a na yentu sa na mo no na beboa ama my Ghana enya so emfaso.
Thank you very much. This is an historic event or moment. You know, for Dama Mine to has brought about 100 kg, right?
Almost.
Yeah, almost
about 90.
Almost 100 kg go to us. Yes, 110 kg. So we have dealt with other mines, but then we've not seen this kind of support before. We know that this gold is going to go a long way to boost our gold holdings, you know, at the Bank of Ghana, and to ensure the currency stability.
Yadiani extra engumesia emu nyame yaduma ejoada na yenuanum nkuma wo mfrase suku de etwato JHS 34 one mo cultural basic education certificate examination BEC and social na one mo de apema kwanim ewo entoso suku mu na soame emrahye bedwani lawyer John Dakum wabon kwada no nyina no hoba sa one mo cultural social no wanyere wo ho pa na won munsua de nkotro na wontwam bu afidie no na wonu a obetimi apema kwa wanim na won social sinso so eba ebeda de se won madi nkunim no wo hye won mo bo se obema won munsi achi ba yes scholarship eno obehwa wo afri SHS awo kwa kosi se wo bewura suapon aye tertiary mu na wasua wade nyina awie na wogidi se woye ne sa ebehwa mofra ne nkura ne ama wonom edinsi ye asua de na watimi akotron sohwe no atwa na daache ne ono so ne mu akakra wode eso wonom asene ne ebeka ho a wonom anyini abaye mpanimpa wode sansem nyina tudwa wabra enra wobo anan ekoso ame constituency suku ahodo binum no okocheche mathematical set bayam pemmiensa ema nkwada no wabra woboa wo ho ahia ensoshe kese a eda wanimu no
ehia de na omobo momodia de omo pese mu eye wabra bombia no ombetumi eno ehun komo na me no mudi eye mathematical set eye na eboa omomo mo yitro mo exams se mama obi abi school for our motor exams ewo Sudan no omo ye about 3,500 school ni bia benya bi ene ya che ama omu na me de minim se enkura ye hwe ema omu bomodisni ebe ye nipa kese a omu na ebesi anan omu daachi ye daachi enkura ni timi sua de na omu bomodin a bi omu be free edubone ho adia na say yankura no me dey say ka what will be the fitting but me dey the best man can say because insurance obinya omunya all once and now ko ebe na kwesi university it will be a good challenge for the kids here the best menya 9 ones na
Ora Clifford Henaku Budu ene pani kwantrefo aso ame municipal directorate hono wo hye enwomasua eso na wono so ede aseda ema mrahye bedwani se wadwene nkwada no ho no abaye won madoya etiseye na wode to nkwada no anim se de MP no aye no won mo enhwe so anyire won ho yie na won mo nsua de na efridwade kwa won tron sohwe no na won mo entwa wode ato awofo anim se nkwada no ekotron sohwe no enche won mo eba bayi nto so suku ya won mo beko owufo anase ahwefo bia enhwe se wobehwe akwada ne modemo eni baabia na hoden wo ewo adesuamu ansan watu susuku amano ukwafa category A school ma woba se opese wako wegehe na ne modemo ene na adesuamu ahoden no enu wegehe afei computer de suku ne beba no na niam ayesi one time na afei na oba time wani atutu agu nsem enti hwe oba ahoden na fa pesuku emano
Yeah, preparation. Because I started term from first year we then we begin sensitizing them about BEC and preparing them until they are aware. But which we do all the time. And so say, sometimes there are a bit of worries, anxiety. I am shishi and I slow being in Niama because I was saying say or per se. Okay, some of them don't come. We are here as seasoned educationists at for to just let them know that it's part of the learning process. It takes time to sink in, and then when it's most needed, to say exam room, exam condition, until they shouldn't be worried so much now.
Said ye Ejwada and Kodai Ekochro BC in Soshano. And they Ghana Education Service, wonum edin siseye bi aba abontin. Na siseye wonum di aba abontin nyina ene se. Afe 2025 mo a akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ ene invigilators ahodo a mo ho ebon examination more practices mo de ɛkyerɛ no apɔ ene se nkora no ewia no mo buama emofra no atimi awia mu no. Ene yi mo nyina wonum ede tabo ade atomo so. Muntumi enkɔ ahyɛ honum enkɔhwɛ sɛ mokoye invigilation anase okɔ na wadi wo mofrachi ede akɔ center ama wonum akɔkyerɛ ensohwɛ no eno ntin hyehyɛ ya wonum dia bayi wɔka ede akyerɛ regional directors nyina sɛ wonum nhwɛ na wɔmfa ni dwuma sɛ de bayi a wobetumi aboa na ensohwɛ kyerɛ wɔ Ghana mu no afei de yɛnti basabasaye yɛnti bɔne bia ene enimguasie bia emfiri mu ema openimpa ya woni sekyerɛfo di nkomo eye Professor Ernest Kofi Davis ono ene ye Director General edema Ghana Education Service and odin CMBC etuja.
All students to prepare very well for the examinations, find its way into the exams hall. I urge all supervisors and invigilators to maintain the highest standard of professionalism. Those who are caught aiding cheating will be severely punished. I wish to remind all supervisors and regional directors of education that all teachers and supervisors who were linked to examination malpractice last year and are being processed for sanctions are banned from the examination centers. They are not expected to have anything to do with the examinations. We expect you to follow the directive strictly. Letters have been sent to all regional directors. Finally, I wish to use this platform to call on all stakeholders. Here we are looking at teachers, parents, invigilators, supervisors, school.
Professor Davis de Kokobonsem Eko Edema a school for se wo ye betu se wo kobo apo ana se wo de wani betu so se abonten a wo betimi anya questions ne bi na wa solve ansa kura na wakotena dem honom na wa kyero no munyina mo hye yie na se wo chi wo de wo befa emra kwa so eno nti mo hye wono so ebo enkrata ne ho ban pa se MP abonten ema munya bi eno nti de emosua wo school mu no eno ho na mo hye na mo mekyero ensahye no.
There is no need for students to panic or fear or be anxious because the questions will definitely come from the syllabus or the curriculum. The questions will therefore be within their experience. They should not expect external help in the exams room or APO because we will do everything possible to ensure that students don't get APO. APO doesn't find its way into the exam.
Omei prosi ejimeko ne nkrabata ya ewo savana mantamo ebo amaniese. Na nsa ya kronforanfo efa adwene senka edwadifo a won mo nambu pekwan so no. Obekwa akwaji wo nyina ho ne ma nanso nyame adom won mutimi ne akronfo edisiani ya sesie sa adwene no a won mo fa ye no kra de won mo ahwete no. Na opani kwankyerefo ya wono na eye Savannah Regional Deputy Police Commander ewo Savannah mantam no emu Yera Reynolds Mantiao na ensemu wase aprobosomeda na etoso aduonu nsia na aprosifo ya na won mo ebo ban ewo Savannah mantam no ho baabi ekwahia enipa miensa na won mo ekura etuo ni akonde a won mo ya akronfo ene won mo de boani papa ema mrantie ne hyase se won mo tututuo de abo aprosifo hyan no a eno na won mo etena mu edidi ondwuma ne ho enti prosini a wokura tuo na akronfo ese wo sane tuo agu ne so won mo so antena se anhwese akronfo nyi won mo nkwa emfiri won sem enti wo sane won mo de ene won mo disiani we boot for boot pa ewi ase no na akronfo ne mienu na efemu ehre won mo enkwa na emu mienu nso wo kire wonom na April 27 na won mo ekire se wo san ebo anan na wo kwachi enipa mienu no a won mo ne Osman Abdullahi wabone mranesa Landan na Umar Seidu won nyina tamale na wo kire won ebra wo toto won ma no na wo beji atumu se no kre won mo fa adwene senka wo bekọ akọpe baabi atem na akwantufo a wonum enam yape kwantempon so eni bupe no wonum abo won kro no kosi se wonum hyan anu ode enam no enya enkwanhia na wontumi emfa enkobiem na awomo san egetumu se eniema ahodo binom ya womo eye editi aprosifo no nyina so womo na ye na nya womo nko a enipa ne bi eka wonum ho ya wobobo wondi se babuga kilo na malami womu de sesie ya ye kase wonmo so otwe ebremenwa wonmo adwane agebama aprosifo gu so 18 wonmo se obe chewon na ye rei ebo amane se nyame adom akwantufo ya won nam ya pe kwan no so de won hu so nanso woni a waka wadwane no wo mo ebehwe se wo beti won so akwakire won emrantie so say di won manim ema won mo ekwaje etuo ene niam ahodo bi a na wode asie ebo krono.
The Ghana Police Service has foiled an attempted robbery at Bupe in the Savannah region and arrested 2 suspects following a series of intelligence-led operations. On 26 April 2026, a patrol team on duty along the Yape Tamale Road encountered 3 armed men who opened fire on an armored police vehicle. The team returned fire, forcing the suspects to flee into the bush. A locally manufactured firearm and an empty cartridge were retrieved from the scene. Subsequent intelligence-led operation led to the arrest of 2 suspects. They are Osman Abdullahi, also known as Landan, and Umar Seidu at Tamale on 27th April 2026. During interrogation, the suspects admitted they were on their way to carry out a robbery at Yape, but were forced to abort the plan after being involved in a motor accident. They further confessed to their involvement in the earlier attack on the police patrol team and named their accomplices as Babuga, Kilo, and Malmi. The suspects later led police to a location along the Yape-Salaga road where a single-barrel shotgun with a shortened barrel and 5 rounds of ammunition were retrieved. In a follow-up operation on 29th April 2026, police acted on information from suspect Osman Abdullahi to get the remaining suspects of the gang at Bupe. At a guest house, 2 of the suspects were located. One of them, identified as Babuga, attacked the police with a machete and was shot during the confrontation. Both suspects sustained gunshot injuries and were rushed to the Bupe District Hospital, but were pronounced dead on arrival. Their bodies have been deposited at the St. Anne's Hospital in Damango for preservation and autopsy. Efforts are ongoing to arrest the remaining suspects and dismantle the robbery network.
Wo bambomu ensem no soa yegusua ewo mu ewo sirigu na okopiemu ewo sirigu a timamufo ene assembly members ewo ho aka won ho abom ede achewpa ene adesere eto aban enim ene Ghana Police Service enim se wo sere se die akunkumakunkum ene awudie esem kronobo ekoso ewo sirigu ene ne mpotemu no wo sere se woma aposifo emetena hobi se de be ya obetumi ayire bambom wo honom na timamufu a ewo ho nso eho etimi atowon ne nyina ene se wonum ewo police station ewo honom nanso aposifo enim eno nti wo sere aban ene police sadom so sahene se womoa na woma aposifo emra metena shirigu ene ne mpotemu se de be ya akunkumakunkum ne nebone ahodo a ekoso no wonso ebetimi aboa na wajire bambom wo honom na matimamufo eho atowo mu se de be ya akoniabadie ebetumi akoso wano ama wonu.
To give thanks to Almighty God and give thanks to our ableness of our police station. Yes, it's true that we, the assembly members of Siriku, we are 4 in number. We came together. I find it very necessary to team up and wrote a letter appealing to our MP based on the insecurity state of the people here. If we or other things regarding to the insecurity of this community is unbecoming. I'm saying this because there's so many people that lost their lives. We lost so many properties. regarding to armed robbery and then other activities. So when we wrote to the MP, he actually listened to us. He was able to raise this facility. This is a facility that can contain both males and females, and then the juveniles have the cells there. But Hassan now, since the MP was able to raise so much funds to build this facility, he's still there. He's not in operation.
That is the situation within our community. The insecurity is beyond measure, and it's causing a lot of issues for the community. And so, as he said, we are appealing to the government, the Minister of Interior, the IGP, and then the Commander of Police, that they should do everything possible to add whatever facilities that will make this place operational.
Honorable Isaac Adongo Eyemrashebejani Edema Bogatanga Central ya Sirigu Eka Hubie ene wode neni krotu yarisi ekopie mu wo honom na okoshe police station ya ewo honom nenso aposifo nim eno na wo hye ne manfo ebo se wonka wakoma ento won yam na obetu won na mon bia se de se ne fata na aboa ama aposifo atimi aba honom abetena ho enti okwa wone mpanifo bedi hu komo na woni a eka bi wom aboa ama posifo etimi aba na wonu ma bejire bambo mu wo honom se de beya timamfo eho ebeto won wo.
Their concerns are very legitimate, and it is well documented that there's a lot of insecurity in this area, and that informed the decision for me to put together this police station. And at the time we're putting up this police station, we did that in conjunction with the Ghana Police Service. And the Ghana Police Service was aware that what I have agreed to do was to put together this facility, and they will do the rest. Unfortunately, I have completed mine for almost 3 years now. Their side of the bargain is still outstanding. Nevertheless, we take consolence in the fact that this is a new regime that has inherited this facility. We need to go back to them and re-engage to be able to come back and operationalize it. Only last 2 months, you might have been aware that there was a shooting incident in this area, and a young man lost his life. It is precisely to prevent those type of incidents that we put this together. I do believe that the new leadership may not be aware of what happened in the past. And since the community leaders are still appealing because they have not resolved the challenges that led
Yantua Kasiano so na yemfa yani enchre tepa akwasiase yewo ahafo ano North Municipality emu ewo Asante Mantemu ha na yade ani echre ho a asafobi ewo ekrono mu a wonmo depend on Christ Church won masema wo kanyina ne se nyamesompa ene Kristosom fapem no mu kase ba akopa ne se obeya adoye ede ama onibie enunti afibia wode si wani so se wonmo ebekọ emofra efie woni a wonmo maamenom no mo papa no mato ajeje mu na waje wonmo atena hoye orphanage na wakwakoye wonmo adoye se de beya nkwada no so ani ebeje na wonmo etimi anyini abeye empanimpa nti sesie ya meka se wonmo do oni kire King Jesus Orphanage ya ewo tepa ya wakwakoye wonmo adoye kese pa na wose wei eye afia no dwumadie ya wonmo eye wabra wotu enefo aduonu ba ko 21 days sisi ho afibia wode ye prayers and fasting den wo bompa ye kyerekom wo wia na nyankopon ama wonmo akwankyere no na akoye adoye ataato na sade asafo ne mpanimfo ekyeremu no eniama ahodo a wo mo de koye no edoso ebi eye emo biscuit enchene tissue drinks ahodo entade sanitary parts enwoma cooking oil ne niam ahodo bebre ya eboa enipa dada asetena mu yedie enuane ahodo a wo mo bedi nyina ne amoasen ankwada ne de beye wo mo ho ye eka ho bi sika mpanimfo antodi eka ho nemom wo kire mu ese niam ahodo a wo mo ede koye no wo keka ne nyina esi ani a eho sika ebesom 23,000 Ghana cedis na bra okasa ewo donation program no ase no opani ba ko a woye sofopani no de Reverend David Combat echire mu se ansa na won mo ba ba sa adoye no na wadi kai yi nkwada aduonum 50 e wa asori no mu a wadi sika mu a epia wonom e wo wonom enwomasia ene akoniasa hodo nyina mu a wo kire se eba ne se ya ebeboa ama nkwada no a wo ma wofo nsem ani bie no wo mo enka chi wo nwomasia mu wo mo so atimi apem akowani mu sa Reverend Combat
yeah Yerade edi adom ye no enso ye di abedom ye ne no nkitwa ti afin so yankopon ye adom ye di aba na wie enne na wo se ye be ye won adoye na aso yankopon eni di misra awa Ghana nka me kasa na nka beto nipa nyina asomo ke hu ye pa ye se dan nyina ye betwe ye ni aba behwe ye nuanom nkitwa wo nkanka no isofo and I say sorry and we here because we are sumpa Bible account say you be hwe ekonafo enyankani wisia and we here yi yamma yani nkwa ye nuanom kitwa na esombo pa yan se omo so eka ye ho onyankopon na yesa edurbe bia ye musuo bi anase Awurade a reject omo nti na omo no yambema won din sonko bi ntisa e hye won kuran se dan nyina omunji omunyankopon ni se ni asibia Awurade ni
Christ Church ano ye waterpa akwasi saint wodi animu na wo mo ye sa adoye ni wie ye no eno ode afutuo ema ye na opanipa wono na da sa nyanka entete bia yi anom ene Pastor Stephen Nimo Mensa wono so ejina atenaye no anemu ejene amani nyina no de aseda piesie ema asafo no ene omosofo pani a woda wono mo ano esre seda se bimra biem afoforo ya wono mo montene so ensha doya osofo pani ni depend on Christ asafo yi aye na omonso emeye bi na nkwada no ehiamoa
yeda adofo mu nyina ase titro depend on Christ asafo a ewa kwesi ase a omode saa no mo we abreye no yeni aso bebre yeni GS so senia enkwana dikai abompaye no mempaye bio ene makoma mu ade ne se Awurade beka na akoma na da ne da nyina so omatwa omani ababehwe King Jesus orphanage a yewo tepa ahai na yam se yen sheda yen no yen kwa bonten se bi en kosresre aduana na en kosresre eti adofrum en time ha papa remum se eka wakoma se obeboye na ye de ani diem ene adisre de to adofrum adofo a obo Ghana titro asafo ahodo nyina anim se
Akwasiase Zongo Electoral Area Assembly Member Ora Francis Akakpo wono so ebo asafu yaba so esre afofo se sede asafu no aye no won mo nhwensia no meye enkwada yi adoye sa
my emphasis akonye na emo osofopani a oda depend on Christ abaso in fact afibia odi dwuma yi de boa yenuanum sabi on bibia film ba afi we de eyesonko yeni aso dwumadie nti na afibia wo ya na yenso so asan members e wokumu ya ba beta na chi sanze no dwumadie no ayade a ewo bible sanze bible sinipa ye de bo kwan to nani de ne ko piem pani fo ani kese nyame se wo mo na ontimi fa ne piem pani fo no onye de chense emfa ema yekue in fact we bia so yi wa hai ne dom na afibia e ko nanim because of niema bi sei ke besere se enu mama nyofo ne asofo aka no ye na yensua de papa yi na muama sebe
se ena ye free abedru bantama fache TV hey ni ede kase ni nyina eba awieye Millennium Construction adaroma no oboye nchidom wonu mo ye adwumaku a wo pensa asetode ma omanfo nsa ase papa ye ti apo na manso ni ho a obia emeha wo to asase ni wi a wo construction works ni nyina so na de pay won mo so na wo ma ye ni nyina kama watwa no yopo ama no ani gye awie wo peye ebia wa to asase ni bi pen bibia bebo mu nti wo pesa wo di sika no eya de foforo nti wo ton asase no a fakosha Millennium fronsa na won mo nton na beje wo sika wasase a wo si wo dream mansion na sa wo dream house bi asiso no Millennium ne contractors a wo si dreams man be reality adansie ho niam ne bibia fa construction works ho no Oni tre Kumase Boshai na Yas Junction nene Millennium for enkoto kesefa numbers no go screen so no nene mpenim for enkasa medi ede AFIA chumwa ketri nene
Obrempong akwasi jebo
eni abesumwe yadamu ase ne ede mo asi ha yesori a DJ Tofiakra ene abedwafo so betena se na omode obrafie atwase